Hello, my name is Paul Norris. Let's talk a little bit about what Rubeyes is, give you an introduction to it, answer a few questions for you. Again, my name is Paul. I'm the president, one of the co-founders of Rubeyes. We've had a team working on this project for almost 3 years now, a team that has stretched from Silicon Valley to Austin, Texas to Atlanta. It's a very complicated project. A typical app looks at 100 users as 100 data points. For Rubeyes, we look at 100 users as 100 squared data points, or 10,000 data points, because we're really not interested in just where you're at or where some location is that you would like to go, but we actually are interested in the relationship between you and others. So if you've got 100 users in the app or in your friends list, we're looking at you and your relationship to those other 99 users in real time. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to really keep up with that, and then to provide you with information that just makes sense to you and is user-friendly for you. So that's a little bit about us. Take a look at the website, rubeyes.com. You can learn more about me and the rest of the team, and you can learn more about the app in detail and some of the features. So that's a little bit about who we are. Now, why did we build Rubeyes? Social media has made us more connected than ever before, but it's also made us somewhat more disconnected emotionally. And we felt like we could leverage technology to bring folks back together face to face in the real world. And that's really what Rubeyes is about helping us reconnect emotionally with our friends in the real world and just spending time with them in the real world, instead of being stuck behind a computer sending text or emails or videos or pictures. One thing that we spent a lot of time on when we've been working on this project and really put a lot of focus and effort into is making sure that you could trust us with your privacy. And one of the features that we built into the app is what we call visibility status. You can have full app functionality and choose to be invisible. There's literally an invisible button in the app, and nobody can see where you're at while you still have full app functionality. You can also select to be invisible from specific people. And that took a lot of doing for us to build that into the app so that in a way that made sense for the user. But it was important to us because your privacy is important to us. So that's something that I want to kind of get out of the way and put on the table up front. So what is Rubeyes? What does it do, and how does it do it? We believe as the developers that social networking is shifting from a static and retrospective model of messaging friends to a more dynamic and prospective model of in-person gatherings and shared social experiences. And that's really what Rubeyes is about. Existing social networks are a present tense, past tense experience where you're communicating information that has just happened or has recently happened in the past. Rubeyes really is a present tense, future tense experience where you're looking for your friends and things that they're doing and things that you're interested in the present, as well as what may be happening in the very near future that you'd be interested in experiencing with them. So we let you know when your friends are nearby or they're going places or doing something that you would be interested in. And that's really what Rubeyes is about. We're your virtual eyes and ears looking at your world around you to interact with real people, your friends, in real time. There's nothing like spending a few minutes with someone to grab a bite to eat, to go have a drink or get a cup of coffee or go to the gym and work out. And nobody likes to do that stuff alone. You like to share those experiences with your friends. But planning those things is just a chore, and that's where Rubeyes comes in. We just, we help you do that because planning stuff like that just kind of takes the fun out of it. And we often get asked, where did the name come from? Well, it's just what it sounds like, Rubeyes. It helps you rub eyeballs with your friends, and it's just that simple. That's where the name comes from. Rubeyes is the easiest and quickest way to get together spontaneously with your friends at a moment's notice. We've got a functionality called Meets, and you can quickly create a meet, drop a pin, name it, invite a list of friends, and again within minutes start getting feedback. Yes, I'll be there. No, maybe. Comment thread, who's coming, who's not coming, what their thoughts are about it. You get arrival notifications. Again, you can see who's arrived, you can see who's coming, who's not coming, who may be coming. So it's a very quick and easy way to get people together in the very near future. Literally, if you want to go get something to eat in 5 minutes from now and you get up out of your chair and walk out the door, before you get there, you'll start getting feedback of who's coming, who's not coming. Literally, if they want you to see them on the map, you can actually see them converging on the locations they're getting there, and you'll again get arrival notifications if you choose to. So there's a lot of that functioning built into it. So there's 6 things, core things that the app does. There's a main map that, again, you can see your world around you. You can see your friends, you can see meets that you created in zones and quiet areas. There's proximity functionality where any friend that you've got in your app, when they get near you, you get a proximity notification. And those are customizable settings. You can change those from 500 feet to 50 miles, depending on how close the friend lives to you or how good the friend is. Visibility status, I mentioned, you can choose to be invisible or not. And there's some other selections in there. Again, you can specific invisibility from certain people. You can choose to be offline, which makes you invisible, and you don't send out proximity notifications as well, but you get all the other app functionality. The meets functionality we talked about. There's a functionality called zones where in the app, the technical term is a fixed location zone. If you want to create a zone around a restaurant so that you know you haven't gotten there yet, but you need to know when someone gets there, you just create a zone there real quickly, and it'll just let you know, hey, so-and-so's already arrived, even though you haven't gotten there yet. You can create zones on a trip so that you can see, if your daughter's, if she's going to college and that's a 4-hour drive, you can kind of see how things are going along the way and she's gotten to the halfway point and whatever. So zones are just a real easy way to kind of keep up with what's going on around you as well. And then there's quiet areas, and quiet areas is a functionality. It's sort of the reverse of zones. If you don't want to get notifications within an area, you can create a quiet area. You create a 1,000-foot radius around your home or a 20-mile radius around it. And if you're within that radius, you don't get notifications. And you can exempt people from that. If you, no matter what, you want to get a notification from your girlfriend, your boss, or whoever, you can just create a quiet area and exempt specific people. And then even if you're in the quiet area, you'll get the notification from those folks. So that's a little bit about Rubeyes. There's a lot of additional detail within these sub-functionalities I talked about. You can create meets as open or closed, meaning if you create an open meet, anyone that you invite to a meet, they can in turn invite additional people, which can create, you can have throwdown. I mean, literally within 10 minutes, you can create a meet and you can have a lot of people there very quickly. You can create meets as closed, which means only you as the meet originator can invite people. So there's, again, a lot of sub-functionality, and there's map filtering and things built into the app as well. So why do we believe Rubeyes is the next generation of social networking? Think of Rubeyes as Twitter in person. Twitter keeps you informed about what your world around you is thinking in real time. Rubeyes keeps you informed about what your world around you is doing in real time. And it does it so that you can interact with that world. And that's really what Rubeyes does. That's why we think it's a very significant social platform. And sometimes we obviously call it an app because things like this are apps, but it's really a social platform. And it's built to be a full-fledged social platform to help us interact in the real world. And society really needs Rubeyes to be successful because it can have a positive impact on society as a whole by improving our individual social life, in the real world. And that's the point of Rubeyes. We could all use an extra friendly face in our lives each day. So go to the App Store, click on the App Store link, download the app, and open up your world around you. Thank you.